Hello, buttons of what's
Hello.
for unfamiliar voice, but familiar voice at the same time.
The return.
Oh, the prodigal son.
Oh, God, the standing.
When was the last time you did an episode? How long ago was that?
Months.
I haven't got a special logo for you, so
Months
it's difficult.
and months and months. Just get an orangutan and just stick that on.
It's difficult to pull out.
Photoshop that in.
But it has been a good couple of months, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember. I would have to scroll right back, and I don't know when.
Well, welcome back.
Probably start of the year, I imagine.
Welcome to the podcast dungeon.
Oh,
You'll notice that this is
God.
substantially better than the last.
Yeah, I'm not holding a massive dong in my face. At least I've got
No massive penis.
the special little chode
And
on the arm boom.
wasn't the last one was in a shed, pretty much, wasn't
Yeah, it was when you were at the old house. You,
At the old
hadn't moved in here yet, so whenever it
it?
would
It was
have been...
cold and damp.
It was cold. Yeah. And it was pretty smelly like damp.
It was. We
It
got
smelled
some.
like my fucking work boots.
We got some insulation here though, so we're decent. Oh, fantastic!
Episode 149.
That's what this is.
That's what this
I
is.
thought you meant that was the last one you did. I was like, "There's no way." It's nice. I was saying to a couple of my mates yesterday. I was like, it's always nice to get someone else's perspective on the pod when they haven't been on for a while or just haven't been on at all. It adds a little bit of freshness into the stale mixture that is What's the Button.
What's the Buttons got to talk? It might have been episode 122 because that I've got partially listened to.
Yeah.
So, which track's about right, but that would have been December last year.
That track's about right, to be
sounds
fair,
about
doesn't
right. Yeah.
it? Fucking hell.
Fucking
It's mad,
months and months
It is mad.
and months.
Because I always, I'm guilty.
I wasn't invited.
Well, that's the thing. I was about to say, I'm guilty of on the chance and the occasions when the podcast can't happen normally, which is quite fucking often. So, like, even this week, I got a doctor's appointment Friday. So,
Oh, God, here we go.
so I have to juggle some things around.
That'd be me called down here Thursday.
Well, I always forget. I always forget that I can just ask the audience
Yeah.
if anyone wants to fucking jump on and say hello. Yeah, that sort of.
How many weeks without Ash again?
No, this is all on me. To be fair, the last 3 weeks has entirely been me, which is fine. Which is annoying as well because Ash has finished Rogue Trader. So I really want to hear, and he hasn't told me anything.
Hasn't he?
No, he just texted me and he was like...
It's a little bit awkward for me because I started playing it a little bit after Ash was playing it, and I have not made anywhere near the progress that he's made.
What did he say? He said...
So the fact that I do listen in and then go, okay, that's technically big spoilers, but not that I'm really that fussed.
He said... he just texted me saying, Rogue Trader is finished. What am I going to do?
I do wonder what his hours have looked like now.
It was 156.
Is that total to finish?
Because
Because I know that was pretty much what he was at
Oh,
before.
no, it's probably more like 160, 170 odd thing, which
'Cause
is
I
a
remember
lot.
Last time I sort of spoke to him, and that was about the time where, he came to mine, and we ended up going out and getting in a combat patrol for World Eaters.
Yeah.
That he said he was about 33% through.
Well, he sent me a screenshot of one of his mates or someone that he's got on his PSN, and they apparently hadn't got the trophy that you get when you finish Rogue Trader,
Right.
but they've put 770 hours into it. And he was like,
It's a bit like my Baldur's Gate playthrough before it was even fucking...
was
before the actual release, I had like 150 hours.
He was like...
just the early access, Act 1.
He was like, I don't understand, because he was like, I've got more trophies than he does. So he was like, what the fuck is he doing? I was like, I don't know. So it might be a glitch.
Restarting it from the beginning.
Might just be fucking
Some of
leaving
it, some of the achievements I know for a fact have been like, you have to do very specific criteria to get that to proc. Yeah, then it would be like, you probably wouldn't hit that from... a certain play style, because the game does suggest, well, if you were going by just the ideologies, there's 3 to begin with. So there was the dogmatic, the heretic, like Ash has been, then there's iconoclast, which is like being just being a good person, basically. So that's, if you were to do them from all different perspectives, you're going to change a lot of the story.
I will imagine that Ash is not being a good person.
No, We know that for a fact. He's being a fucking dirty heretic.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
I've got a worm in my brain, so that's making me be evil.
Well, funny that we should talk about that and then talk about fucking Baldur's Gate, because obviously me and Steph are playing it.
Oh, the old co-op.
After this, we'll probably fucking play it tonight as well. And fuck, it's fun.
Oh,
what a fun game!
You finally come back to it.
What a fun game that is, especially when you've got D&D knowledge as well.
Yeah.
Because when I first started Baldur's Gate, obviously we hadn't done any D&D before, had we? I don't think. Or had we done one? No, I don't think we'd done any.
I don't think you'd done any, because that was where Ash was saying that I
think that's what got us into it.
Thought
wasn't it?
he was he had a little bit more knowledge because he was pushing through Baldur's Gate, so he kind of understood the concepts a little bit more.
But that, I remember playing it, and
it's good from both sides, because if you play Baldur's Gate, it gives you more of an idea of, because it's basically like for like. It gives you a lot more of the ideas. Like what I was trying to explain to you the other day when we played, you're like, oh, you're in engagement range. You were like, no, I'm not. And I'm going,
I couldn't.
I'm like, you are.
Yeah, so, I couldn't understand
like,
it.
Oh, yeah, I've clocked that now. And you go, it's like Baldur's Gate if you're up close and personal with being a spellcaster or a ranged character.
Or if you're immobilised or something like that, and then you're at disadvantage.
A lot of that still, that carries over, but it's made into, you can't necessarily visualise that on a tabletop because it's not giving you all the flashes and all the little pop-ups, but you turn around and go, no, this is what's happening, and it's a good representative. Because
you got differences. Not different. It's differences in terms of visual rather than actual lore and mechanically.
Yeah.
In like having advantage on Baldur's Gate. Because am I right? Advantage in D&D is you roll twice and you take the highest one. Obviously, it doesn't do that in Baldur's Gate, does it?
No,
it's just you have advantage.
It won't look that way in the combat, but then when you do because you can, when you come to, when you get the little pop up for the dice rolls. There will be, sometimes you see down the bottom you can like add bonuses.
Yep.
Sometimes there is one that will give you advantage on that, and it shows you, it brings 2 dice up.
Oh, okay.
And it will roll both of those at the same time. It will pick one, and then it will grey out whichever was the lowest.
Only time we've ever had it was in combat.
Yeah.
So obviously there isn't.
Because it will come up later as well, or you can take like potions and stuff that give you buffs that will be like that that will come up in the non-combat situations.
What's her name? Ethel? Auntie Ethel?
Auntie Ethel, yeah.
Bitch. What a cunt. What an absolute cunt.
Old nasty witch person.
We haven't even fought her yet.
Yeah.
Because Steph did her own playthrough and she didn't finish it. But she got
knows quite a bit about what's happening.
30-ish hours into it or something like that.
It's still a respectable time.
And it's so she never made it out of Act 1. However, she knows quite a lot of what's going on in Act 1. And when we was in the Grove, obviously Auntie Ethel is there, and I was chatting to her, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's her," and I was like, "Who?" And she was like, "Fucking Auntie Ethel." She was like, "The witch." And when Steph was playing,
just as bad as you.
Been out long enough.
Just as bad as you for spoiling.
When Steph was on her own playthrough, going against her, I remember her having conversations with me about how much of a cunt she was. So I obviously spoke to her, and then Steph was like, "You want to be nice to her?" She was like, "Just be nice." So I was like, "All right, we'll be nice to her."
And fuck her off.
And then we went on exploring, and then obviously found her where she's talking to those 2 people that turns out to be Thingy's brothers.
Yeah.
Fucked them up, burnt them to a crisp, which I didn't feel good about. I said to Steph, I said, "We got to kill them," and she was like, "We have to." I said, "Do we?"
Not
but
really,
we did.
But
and then
it's your playthrough, so whatnot.
Went to her house. And then sure enough, there she is. Fucking turns into that turns into the witch.
Nice big ugly hag.
But then she ran away.
Yep.
She ran away, and then there was about 7 fucking weird goblin
little red caps.
Yeah, they were fucking horrible.
Yeah,
wiped us all except for me. I managed to Because what
are you playing as?
I'm playing as a fighter, but I'm playing as a arcane. Whatever that spec is, the archer one. Is it like Arcane Archer?
I think that is one of them.
It's Arcane something.
I haven't looked at it in a little while because I know they added a lot more.
Because you got 4. You got Eldritch Knight is at the end.
Yeah.
And then it was.
Because it just used to be like Battle Master and.
I think Battle Master's
Champion or something like that.
Yeah, but this whatever the one is with the fucking arrows, because I was like, I want to be ranged.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking on Saturday, asking Alicia. I was like, "Can you are fighters good at range?" And when she was like, "No, they're shit," I was like, "Oh."
I was like,
"Oh no."
I was gonna say she's not wrong. Well, she is wrong anyway because
I thought just because they're proficient in
fighters can be some of the best ranged characters you can get. They're just not going to be. If you factor in like range damage, a wizard's going to be better long term.
Yeah.
But in terms of like you go high end on a fighter, and you stack like you've got by the end of if you go for a level 20 fighter long term, that's 4 attacks plus you can action surge. That's 8 attacks plus any bonuses.
Oh, what the action surge gives you
doubles your action. So your attack action is 4 by high levels is 4 attacks. So that turns it into 8.
Wow.
It's like I said to you before. I had an Echo Knight.
Yeah.
Who even by level, what was it?
I never got to play my Echo Knight.
Well, that was your own fault, wasn't it? One on. Owlbear comes.
Cut the pieces.
Even by level 5, I had like 6 attacks plus. It was like there was an encounter in one of the campaigns that we played, and I just basically soloed that like area boss who had like 90 hit points, and I was just level 5 and went, well, it's time.
Yeah. And
just kicked off. So yeah, you can still be the same for you just have to build the class different because everyone goes, fighter is just going to be a strength based, a bit like a barbarian. But the beauty of a fighter is that they're such a blank canvas, not necessarily in D&D, but like something like Pathfinder's better for customization.
What? Because I took a screenshot.
But you can definitely build a fighter around decks and then pick a ranged one.
So we have
with bows or spears or whatever you fancy. Really,
his name is Reese.
No, original.
He's a level 3 wood elf at the moment. Arcane Archer is what it is. So what we got? We got kind of goes against what you were just saying.
Legolas.
15 strength, 16 dex.
That's still relevant though.
15 constitution, 10 intellect, 10 wisdom, and 8 charisma.
Yeah, that's about right.
Charisma is not my strong point, and then Steph is currently playing a high half elf druid. Is what she's playing.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can't wait until we've got some decent armor and some weapons and shit like that where we can pop off proper.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun. But them red caps, they come in. One of them enraged because the first encounter
come around and kick you about.
The first encounter we did, they didn't show up.
Yeah, they're not. They're down at the actual her little tea hut thing.
So I don't know why they didn't show up the first time. So we started attacking Ethel, and then she absolutely battered us. So that was that done. And then the second time round, because it's split screen, when Steph engages a cutscene or something, the other person it doesn't engage unless you go there and like listen.
Oh yeah, that's the same for if you played that.
Like online.
Yeah. It's like people can go into conversations and you can just be
miles
away.
So where that was going on, I was like, right, okay, well, I'm going to reposition myself whilst this is going on, because when we first did it, we was all in the doorway. Fucking first proper encounter of the campaign, the very fucking first one. You know when you come off the what's the ship called? The Nautiloid.
Yeah, the Nautiloid.
Nautiloid. When you come off that and then you go to get Withers, you pick up all the other companions and then you go and get Withers.
Yeah.
Bruv, the bandits in that gaff killed us.
Yeah.
They killed us all of us, because we opened the fucking door, and then like idiots, we wouldn't survive in a war.
Through the door.
Through the front fucking door. Yeah, we opened that. And obviously,
and then they're all stacked up.
We were all stacked up as well. One of them's fucking thrown a fire arrow, a Molotov at us.
In that.
So suddenly we're all fucking burnt to a crisp. We've all lost most of our health. One of them goes berserk because one of them's a barbarian, just absolutely wails into all of us. Obviously, me and Steph are ranged, so we're now at disadvantage. We can't fucking move. Oh, we got absolutely bladdered. And then the second time round, we went through a different entrance and then fucked shit up. Actually, thought about what we were doing. But anyway, Ethel's house. I managed to reposition so that I climbed the ladder and I was standing on a ledge. Obviously, the red caps, they don't have any ranged.
Yeah.
Or at least the ones that we fought didn't have any. But they also apparently can't climb ladders. I don't know why.
I think they jump quite well, though.
Well, they killed everyone except for me. And then I just had to basically solo them. But by that point, I had no actions or anything left, so I was just hitting them with arrows. And then revived everyone. And then now we're back in camp. And Steph was like, "We are not following her down in the basement." She was like,
anyway.
"She's like, we cannot do that."
Yeah.
She's like, "We need better armor. We need to level up." So I was like, "All right, we'll leave that."
I used to keep when a couple of times I've started like a co-op session with some of my mates, and I've been like, I'm going to play like a rogue this time, and people go into the conversations, and I'm picking the pockets of the person in the conversation, and taking all their shit.
Love that. Where the fuck in the Grove, the little goblin that's in the crate, whatever her name was, Salzar or something like that.
Yeah,
Salar. Where's the fucking key to get her out? Who's got that key?
You can just pick a lock, I think.
You can just pick the lock.
Yeah. You'll have to click
You can just pick the lock. Because when we were there, we didn't
pick pretty much every
we
lock.
didn't have any lock picking tools.
Yeah. They will be about.
You can pick the lock.
Yeah.
We've been picking loads of locks. Fucking loads.
I've just been thinking, I need to keep this. And you just pick the lock.
Because Steph really likes Astarion.
He's very good with locks.
Yeah.
He has you can get him to have advantage. There's an item at some point that gives you, I used to do it on, might have been one of my co-op characters, or I might have just put it in Astarion's inventory. There's one that does give you advantage on lockpicks or like sleight of hand. So I'd just be like, okay, I've come to a locked door. I'll just quickly slip them gloves on, advantage, super, whatever. He picks the lock, success, and then just swap back to his other gloves.
Yeah, that's what. So he gets all of our lock picking tools, our thieves' tools, and then who else we got with us? We've got Gale. Gale's mobbing around with us, but then we got rid of him, and now we've got Shadowheart, but we haven't actually gone out with Shadowheart yet because I was going to have Lae'zel come out with us, but then I was like, I don't want two fighters. I want there to be
party balance is a little bit awkward sometimes.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want there to be two fighters here, so we'll have Shadowheart not mobbing around just to heal us.
I'm trying to remember what I actually played when I did my full playthrough. I was an half-orc Tempest cleric.
An orc Tempest cleric. What a weird combo.
It's because it ended up being quite like middle ground. So it was the half-orc added like they've got some sort of endurance thing, which is if you get dropped to 0, you come back at 1 hit point.
Yeah.
And it was also because it was like, okay, I'm gonna go like
Well, you can't pick those
monstrous.
You can't pick those weird classes, those weird characters and shit. Can you? Like we've done, like a fairy.
A fairy, yeah. No, they didn't. I think there's mods for that, but they didn't, as base, decide.
Well, that's the one thing that we didn't really look into because it's been so long since I touched the game. Obviously, they've now introduced mods since the last time I touched it. So,
well, yeah, because you're playing. Mods have been massive on PC, and that was
but now it's on PlayStation.
Originally I did the early access playthrough, which I had played quite a lot of, and did trade different things. But then obviously it only got to a point where it's like, it's now over. Great, come back when the game's finished. And that's when I did the full playthrough. But I was like, I'm going to do a playthrough without any mods.
Yeah. What mods were you throwing on? Because
I haven't put any on at the minute.
Well, the first one I see was Shadowheart basically wearing a bikini, which really does scream about the player base, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh right, okay. We've enhanced the boobs, have we?
6 mods. Come on.
I see.
Let's do proper cutscenes, not fade to black.
Yeah, she looks like she's got more bunda than she had before. It seems a bit odd. So I see.
Yeah, everyone loves that kind of stuff.
But I didn't flick through the rest of the mods.
Can I have a look now and see what the number 1 is?
Steph was like, no, don't ruin the game. But I'm thinking like just a couple of things. There must be some cool stuff there that aren't game affecting.
I would only go like quality of life stuff. Make it a little bit, because there were some things I found clunky way back when, but again there's been so many updates since that I haven't I haven't been back. It's such a huge game, man, that at the end of the day, I've not... I know it'd be a little bit heavy to try and go back to.
Yeah.
Again, when I've got loads of other stuff I kind of want to play.
I'm just excited to be mobbing around it. And then there's a nice balance between that and then jumping into something like Dying Light. The fucking nighttime in Dying Light, the Beast, is something... it's ridiculous. You know how Lord of the Rings does blue light?
Yeah.
And you know how everything else after when Lord of the Rings come out decided to ditch blue light? So now any scene in the dark, you can't fucking see it at all.
Let me
anything,
just adjust the TV.
Anything. Game of Thrones. Yeah. Game of Thrones still did blue light. Fucking House of the Dragon, Rings of Power, EastEnders. They're all of them are ditched blue light. Well, this is very much the same with Dying Light. So Dying Light 2 had essentially blue light on their nighttime setting. So it was still dark, but you could make out everything. Dying Light the Beast, full blackness.
Great.
Full. Torch barely lights up, fuck all. It's terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
I suppose that's what you want from that style of game, though.
Yeah, but it was horrifying.
But then...
I did one of the first missions, because I'm really not far in.
Having to sit in the dark just to play a video game, which you don't like anyway.
Well, I had to hunt down a volatile, and obviously they only come out at night. So
I'm going to get you.
So obviously it sets you on this mission in nighttime. Connor, I was so scared that you have to basically follow the trail, this path, and you're using your senses and you can see the footprints and like that, and then you follow it, and it basically leads you to this blown up lorry that had soldiers in it, and obviously they've got the blue light is hanging in the back of the lorry, like the trailer's open, it's all fire and shit everywhere, and when you get there, you just got to investigate the area, but obviously there's volatiles everywhere. So my arse was so scared that I basically sat in that lorry, dipping out so that they would fucking aggro me and then coming back in the blue light, because once they touch it, they can't attack you. However, what they were doing is they were jumping into the back of the lorry and then having a spaz fit because they weren't supposed to be in there. So I was just fucking wailing on them while they was in there. I did that for so long that the night mission turned into a day mission. So by the time I was done, it was fucking daylight. And I was like, oh, cool, I can carry on. It's just... and you've only just started, so I've got fuck all weapon. I've got a drain pipe.
Yeah, I always feel like games like that where you you just come into it. I thought exactly the same for Days Gone. I know everyone was hyping it up, and Ash was being like, "Yeah, this is really good," and I was like, "I'm not really enjoying this first couple of little bits because it's hard." Yeah,
very much. It's that fuck like everything's taking like 6 hits. I've got to keep repairing my weapons. It's
you're up against it.
Yeah, and then you got the parkour as well, which is unlike any other parkour, but where I haven't played it for so long, especially when I'm being chased, it's just pure panic. I don't know the buttons, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fucking pressing X to jump rather than R1, because R1 is to jump and X is to kick. So I'm fucking in a full sprint going to run up a building, and then I'm just fucking kicking the wall instead.
That's so weird.
It's a weird layout.
Why would I?
It's a weird layout, but when you actually play it,
it probably makes sense eventually.
Works. But it is. I'm pretty sure you can swap it around. But that's just how Dying Light's always been. R1 is the button for scaling walls and jumping.
It's like when they changed it in Assassin's Creed, when it all changed. Remember when it was like parkour was easy.
Yeah.
And it flowed. And then it all of a sudden became really awkward in whatever game it changed from.
Yeah, then they fucked it. Did you find out the mod?
I found out some. So number 1 is obviously improved UI. But then you go a few down. The first few, pretty standard. So improved UI, mod fixer, multiverse. So that adds a lot of species and lineages, hair, more spells, more hair. Increased the levels, so it goes above the cap is 12.
Yeah.
Now it goes in this one goes to 20. Which
cool.
is obvious. Party limit change.
Party limit changes are cool.
That would probably be one of the ones I would do.
So now you can just have everyone with you.
It would be mad. the game would not be hard by that point.
No, it wouldn't.
Because you end up having like your 8 companions.
Yeah.
And you go, it's going to be a bit of a breach.
So there would be 10 of us.
That would be no different to like a normal D&D. If you turn around and went, the adventure or whatever that's set out goes, it's balanced for 4 to 6 players, and you go, how many you got? And you go, I've got 10.
I mean, I still might float. I might float that to Steph and just say, look, we can have fucking everyone come out with us if we really wanted to.
Then it goes more equipment. There's another bit not safe for work in there.
Go on, what's that bit?
No, that was just literally basket full of equipment not safe for work. So
was it just dildos?
So there's probably a few interesting outfits there. Appearance editor because you can change your appearance, unique feat, and then, ladies and gentlemen, we get down the list. Enhanced nude bodies.
Yep. Cool.
With guess how many downloads?
It's going to be. Is it in the millions or is it in the It's in the millions. Fuck me. Of course it is.
1.7 million.
1.7 million.
Enhances the nude bodies of female characters by increasing their breast size, thighs, and buttocks.
Jesus Christ. So I've got some people's favourites are party limit, be gone, is plus sit this one out, plus teleport to you, show approval ratings in dialogue, camp event notifications, configure movement speed 140%, makes running around the city much less of a pain. Fast launch, no splash screen on startup. Marginally better pickpocketing, makes the pickpocket menu slightly larger. 50% slower blood accumulation.
Yeah, because
because you get covered
as
in
you
shit.
Fight, you do get covered in blood, and then it just sits on your character until you have a rest or certain situations.
Carry weight increase, WASD movement.
That I could get the carry weight because it is annoying when you have to balance all that shit. When realistically you just end up with stuff in your inventory and you got to take it back to camp and then put it away.
Cheats, achievement enabler.
Oh well, that's kind of you put mods on, and most of the time you need that.
Yeah,
because putting on mods blocks your achievements.
Yeah.
So unless you've done all of that before, even now, I could probably look it up, but there's going to be X amount of achievements I haven't got.
Yeah. What else?
But I imagine people would probably throw mods on so they could do like the Nightmare campaign. Because there's the ultra hardcore ones. So you can try and make that a little bit more bearable. But I don't know if it actually allows that or not.
I should really type in PlayStation after the following here we go. Best Baldur's Gate 3 mods for a PS5 player. Oh, is that the same list? Oh no, that's blah blah blah. What mods do you recommend? All the better mods by Quality of Life, adjustable party limit, D20 initiative, extra encounters by blah blah blah, cheaters spells scroll. I'm just reading it. None of these make any sense. I wonder if once you download any mod, it breaks you out of achievements.
Yeah, that's usually the way it always works with games that then open up the mod aspect. It's just a straight out, no mods, achievements enabled. If you do play with mods, they're going to disable it because it's basically like cheats.
Yeah.
Or you've got the option of basically, like that one that said, cheats menu. Because you can, if you've got mods, there's a lot of ones that are like, you get access to the debug menu that can take you to. I remember it in like the Fallouts, like New Vegas and Fallout 3. If you enable cheats, it blocked all that because you could have access to just a special room that had every item. So you could go from level 1, you'd be like, I've got the best armor in the game.
Yeah.
Now nothing can defeat me.
It does block it. So fucking hell. So even if you download like a dice reskin, you're gonna fucking lose it. But do we really give a fuck about achievements?
Depends if you want them.
Not really.
But then if you're gonna put mods on anyway, then you just go, okay, I'll just add the achievement enabler.
I'll flick through the list anyway and see what's on there. But that party limit one does sound quite cool because then you don't
sex framework, custom sex animations.
Well, for little cutscenes, yeah, having a full-on bang fest.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, really?
Oh yeah, people.
Really?
You know what people are like, man. They did that for like Oblivion and all that shit.
It's more the fact that people sit down and they've actually had to go through and make that.
There you go. Hold on. I'm letting that reload. Look.
Oh wow, you can full on. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, people love that kind of stuff, man.
Well, yeah, I suppose after seeing the amount of Astarians at Comic-Con when Baldur's Gate had just come out, Astarian with tits, just loads of naked Astarians. I said to Steph, what the fuck is the fascination with Astarian? I don't get it.
Oh, people just love him.
Yeah, but he's just...
Here you go. Ludgate 3. Total overhaul, adult, large, not safe for work mod collection.
Mad, isn't it? It's so fucking mad.
Published April this year. Adds 4 gigabytes worth of content.
4 gigabytes?
Yeah.
4 gigabytes of tits.
Pretty
Jesus Christ. You know what's bad though is
throw them on with Steph, yeah?
Obviously you played it and then yeah, come around yours on the Saturday to play actual D&D. And then all that happened when I got home was I said to Steph, I was like, should have made a warlock. Should have made a warlock. They're fun. They're fun to be.
That's the only downside about a game like Baldur's Gate is it's so long that to play...
To redo.
Not like you could do...
Explain that add class to me when you level up.
Oh, so
what the fuck is that?
The multi-class aspect.
Yeah, because every time I level up, it says I can add a class at the beginning.
That's just multi-classing. So you could go... some don't... It's the same with regular D&D. Like every time you level up, you have the option of having your starter class, which is whatever you've picked. So be that in Baldur's Gate, you've picked fighter. In actual D&D, you've had your barbarian that we swapped to fighter,
barbarian, monk,
and
fucking
then,
warlock.
And then swapped to you had a cleric, and then in
cleric.
In the latest, you've got the warlock. Is that you can, when you hit a level up, you don't need to stay in that class. So you could then pick. So say you've got a warlock in this one, you've got old fucking Cinnamon.
Cinnamon Rainbow Dance.
Cinnamon Rainbow Dance, the fairy.
Yeah, the 2-foot fairy, I might add to everyone, with 2-foot chicken wings.
Yeah.
Works perfectly.
Currently handling a bag of shit. Yeah, so that when you come to hit level 2, you don't have to stay in warlock. You could. Obviously, there's ones that synergy better. But you can just go, if so long as you hit the requirements, usually that's stat requirements, that you could just pick any of the other classes.
But how does that work though? Do I still retain the spells from fighter or?
So say that where you were going to do that with your fighter, you would have everything you have access to in that level. So say it's level 1, or say you did it for up to, from level 1 to level 2. If you, whatever your skills, abilities and aspects are granted from level 1, you then multi-class into, say, barbarian.
Yeah.
Say, you then get all the bonuses from level 1 from both classes, then compiled into level 2, and then you get the hit points of that next class from what you rolled. So you can just do the most cursed one is you take every one level from every class.
Yeah. I bet that's fucking weird.
It's just gimped. All that is it's just gimped.
What, in a good or bad way?
But in a bad way, because you get no top end stuff.
Because you can't do anything.
Yeah, but there is standard. There's good balances and bad balances. So like if you're picking a warlock, the favourite is to multi-class to paladin because they share the same top stat.
And I suppose a good multi-class would be what? Fighter and rogue?
Fighter rogue can be a good one.
Fighter berserker.
Fighter barbarian is another good one. Sorry. If you're picking like a strength-based, I've got a ranger rogue multi-class.
Because ranger fighter.
Ranger fighter works. Rogue fighter works. Sorcerer paladin works. There are some... It's so long as the base is the same... base stats, so that would be like keep strength classes together, keep dex classes together, keep like your spell casting main ability the same as the one you're going to go into. So it wouldn't be if you're going to go, okay, I'm going to pick a barbarian and a wizard.
Probably not smart.
It's doable, but it's not necessarily going to be
good,
optimal.
Yeah.
So because the stats don't line up.
So let's say I'm a level 10 fighter now in Baldur's Gate, I then level up to 11, and then decide to add a class. Do I get all the benefits of?
No, you would get the benefits of 10 levels of fighter.
Yeah.
And then you would only get the first level benefits of that next class you're going to pick. So
so the level cap is 12. So I've now got one more level to pick whether I put that into.
So say you went 10 fighter,
I see.
And then went 2 barbarian, you would get all the first 10 levels abilities improvement. So that would be by that point I think you would have 2 or 3 attacks. All the other bits like action surge, second wind. By then I think you get like indomitable, which means you can re-roll a failed save, and all the little like fighter tends to get a lot of
all the gubbins,
ASIs and improvements. So that would be your ability score improvements or the ability to take a feat, which would be like some sort of perk. But then when you take that 11th level, that then technically, if you were to pick like level 1 barbarian, you only get the bonuses from the first level of barbarian. So that would be like access to rage, the hit dice pool.
Rage would be cool though.
That's why a fighter barbarian is very good.
Yeah,
and people often do barbarian heavy, so you get all your rage, you have additional strength, higher hit dice pool, because you get the D12. But they'll dip into fighter to get action surge. The barbarian can rage, have the decent hit points, obviously halving damage, and then turning around and going, okay, well, I'm going to action surge now. So the barbarian then can increase basically the attacks, or they do it the other way where they go, okay, I'm going to be a fighter to 2x amount of levels, but I'm going to do a little dip into barbarian so I can get rage. So it'd be like you become a lot more tanky, but you still got your output for damage.
Yeah.
So like
wonder if an arcane archer with fucking rage
wouldn't be the best.
Is rage only a melee thing?
Yeah, rage doesn't transfer over to.
I wonder if I Google.
But you would probably end up instead picking, if you're going to be an arcane archer, I would probably dip into say rogue. If you're going to be ranged, because then you can get access to sneak attack.
Best arcane. I'm going to say arcane archer subclass. Oh no, I'll go fighter, and best fighter subclass. The best fighter subclass is the Battle Master.
Yeah, I was about to say.
What's that? Is that
gives you
due to its exceptional versatility, battlefield control, and damage potential?
So that gives you maneuvers. So that's basically additional.
Oh, Battle Master is in subclass.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
You mean you want like best?
Well, I'm not a fucking Battle Master, am I?
You want best multi-class, best fighter multi-class.
Trip attack, disarming attack, and menacing attack. Yeah, that's it. Battle Master, Eldritch Knight, Champion, Arcane Archer, Samurai. Samurai wasn't on there for me.
It probably isn't on. You won't find that on Baldur's Gate, but that is in D&D.
Oh, right, okay.
Samurai is all about you get the option of having advantage on a lot of your attacks.
Best added class.
And that's the only problem. Like Baldur's Gate kind of kept it streamlined. That's why they didn't, because there's a lot of classes and there's a lot of third-party content to get more classes. But Baldur's Gate kept it kind of trim because, again, it was such a massive game that it was better to keep the game trimmed down. That's why they didn't add all the classes ever.
Yeah.
And some don't work for the setting.
It's not. I don't know what I'm supposed to be typing in. Best joint class.
What do you mean?
I'm just trying to
put best D&D multi-classes. If you wanted a
best D&D,
but that's where it will come up. Fighter Barbarian will be up there. Sorcerer Paladin or Warlock Paladin will be up there for like some of the fan favourites.
There we go. Best PG3 multi-classes. Multi-classes are Paladin Warlock.
Told you.
For potent melee, Sorcerer Tempest Cleric for massive AoE lightning damage, and Barbarian Rogue for versatile melee or thrown attacks. The Paladin Warlock Lockardin
Yep.
uses charisma for attacks. That's quite cool. Barbarian fighter gains action surge from fighter, providing a powerful burst of action. Cons: a more direct melee build lacking the unique combo style damage of other. I mean, to be fair, I could just also not multi-class.
Yeah.
And just stay as pure fucking. What I need is a bow.
You haven't got a bow?
I've got a crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah. There's space in fucking.
I was going to say, as if you haven't found a bow the whole time.
No, it's a crossbow. I haven't found any decent bows. The only bow that I found that was relatively decent was from a vendor, and he wanted like 400 gold. I'm
fucking steal it.
I ain't paying that. No, it was in the Grove.
Steal it.
It was in the Grove.
Steal it.
And we already know that we're looking after the Grove. We're not closing it all off.
Get Astarion to open up his chest.
No, because he's standing right there, the fucker.
Or distract him.
How do you do that?
So you can talk to him. So one person can talk to him.
Is that straight up how it works? You've got to distract him like that, yeah?
One can, like, there's a... I don't know what the button is, obviously, on console, but there's a... On PC, and there obviously will be for console, that you will probably have to find it. There'll be a button where you can go into stealth.
Yeah, I can hide is what it's...
Yeah, so hit hide, and it should show you people's sight lines. So there'll be like a red outline of people's sight lines.
Yeah.
That if you have one person talking to your man, you can have one person in stealth, and if you avoid all the sight lines, you can go to either him or his chest, and you should be able to get the items that he is selling are then available to be robbed.
But then does he then pipe up if you've been robbed? Does he clock on that you've been robbing him later on?
Yeah, but then not whoever's talking, they might ask whoever's talking to him, but then you go, I haven't got it. And then you just get the guy who's robbed it, just legs it, gets out of the way because he'll go, oh.
No, I'm saying like if you come back.
No. Like once you get past that initial
that initial phase,
that initial bit of like, oh, I've been robbed, and he goes around asking, have you seen anything? Or let me check your pockets. And then you go, like, if you've squirreled it away or given it to like another party member who's not in the area, so long as it's not on that person who's being questioned, you can get away with it.
Yeah, because they're not going to question companions, are they?
That if they're in the area, they might. But that's why you have...
But we could just
snatch and run. There's smart pockets, so you can literally go, oh, you can be talking to matey, and then you can have Steph's character hanging around, but then you can have the fourth party member can be the other side.
And you can just drop it in.
The other side of the Grove, and you can just smart pocket it into the fourth person.
Imagine that where you've got that kind of realism where you go, right, I'm talking to the vendor, so he's distracted, so you can rob him. However, you can magically teleport his entire inventory to someone that's fucking in camp or whatever.
Yeah, but that'd be no different than like in D&D where they go, you've got a bag of holding. So the man who's got the thing just goes, puts it in his bag, and then they go, oh, because... let me check your bag of holding. You go, no, you're not going in. You're not going in through my shit. Like,
I didn't even think for a minute because I'm playing it good.
Because you could also pay. You can pay for the item, but then you can rob the gold back. That's the best.
I could also rob the items and the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to start thieving some shit, man.
Unfortunately, that's the way. It's the way the Baldur's Gates or Larian kind of makes their games up to be, that you can just get away with doing that, which is a good thing and a bad thing. You can play it as honest as you want, but it's like there's almost just an outright benefit to being like, okay, well, I can buy the item and then I can steal back the gold, or I can just rob the item and just not have to pay for it. It does get to a point where by the end of the campaign you'll just have shit tons of gold.
Yeah.
But like when you first start out,
well, I like the bow that he had.
There is an argument to just fucking steal it.
Just fucking take it. Just take. I'm going to try that later on.
But
try it.
You might have to do some save scumming, which is probably like...
that's the problem, isn't it?
But
I mean, we have save scummed a couple of times. I'm not perfect. We're not a perfect couple.
It's up to you. At the end
the owlbear fucked us.
So long as you enjoyed having fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I love being torn to pieces by that fucking thing. We were just trying to save it.
Yeah,
yeah, Steph.
Actual D&D and...
Yeah, Steph messed up the animal talking check, animal handling check.
Maniska's going to love D&D chat today, isn't
and it fucking... Oh, fuck him! Fuck him! But yeah, it messed that up, and then we had to engage in combat. And I was like, I don't want to kill it because then it's babies left. And then Steph googled it, and basically it dies anyway. The goblins come and fucking dispatch it.
You can get it to come with you and come to your camp at some point.
At some point, we didn't kill any of them.
I don't know what happens then.
We didn't kill any of them.
No, I think you do come
because we save scummed and then did the animal handling, and then Steph actually rolled it properly, and then we managed to get away from it.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't deal with it. It had like 90 health and took us out in one hit. I was like, yeah, this isn't right.
Oh no.
Well, they fucking more D&D next week when me and Steph are still playing it.
Oh,
if the ADHD holds on. Right.
Bestest friends.
That's that. Can fuck off.
No.
Uru.
Oh, right.